देख रहे हैं अवाम के उठाए गए सवालात, हालत आसरा पर तबसरों, तज्जियों, खबरों पर मुहित प्रोग्राम न्यूज़ लाइन रिदा सैफी के साथ।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मैं हूँ रिदा सैफी। नाजरीन, आज बात करेंगे सबसे पहले प्रोग्राम के हिस्से में पाकिस्तान के जो दरीना ताल्लुकात हैं हमेशा से तमाम ममालिक के साथ दुनिया के अंदर, वो इंतहाई काबिल तहसीन है। शुरू से ही जब से पाकिस्तान वजूद में आया तब से ही पाकिस्तान ने हमेशा से कोशिश ये की कि अपने जो सफारती ताल्लुकात हैं वो तमाम रीजन्स और कॉन्टिनेंट्स में ममालिक के साथ बेहतरीन बनाया जाए, और इस ज़मन में हमेशा पाकिस्तान ने बड़ा अच्छा किरदार भी अदा किया। ऐसे ही सिलसिले में आप देख रहे हैं कि आजकल पाकिस्तान में जो इस हवाले से पॉलिसीज़ हैं कि जो कॉन्टिनेंट हमारा अफ्रीका है, ख़ास तौर पर रीजन, उसके ऊपर भी तवज्जो दी जाए और उस पर भी काम किया जाए। हालिया दिनों में, पिछले दिनों में इसके हवाले से काफ़ी ज़्यादा हमने देखे सेमिनार्स वगैरह और एक्टिविटीज़ भी मुरतब दी जा रही हैं। और इसी ज़मन में पाकिस्तान के अंदर इथोपिया के हवाले से बहुत ज़्यादा इस वक्त जो लोगों तक मालूमात है और उन तक जो रसाई है, उनको जो शऊर फराम करना है, उस हवाले से भी काफ़ी तेज़ तरीन एक्टिविटीज़ जारी हैं। साथ ही साथ इथोपिया के पहली दफ़ा पाकिस्तान में जी एम्बेसडर भी पाकिस्तान के साथ अब बाहमी ताउन और मुश्तरका जो ताल्लुकात हैं उसको मज़बूत बनाने के लिए पाकिस्तान में अब मौजूद हैं। साथ ही इथोपियन एम्बेसडर की जहाँ बात करूँ मैं, वहाँ पे हमारे लिए एजाज़ की बात है कि जी आज कराची में हमारे ऑफ़िस में हमारे साथ इथोपियन एम्बेसडर मौजूद हैं, तो उनसे थोड़ी सी बात करेंगे आज आगाज़ में प्रोग्राम के, और पाकिस्तान और इथोपिया के दरमियान जो ताल्लुकात हैं वो कितने गहरे हैं और कहाँ तक आगे वो पहुँच रहे हैं, इस पे सब पे बात करूँगी। मेरे साथ इट्स एन ऑनर टू लेट मी इंट्रोड्यूस यू दैट आई हैव हिज एक्सेलेंसी मिस्टर जमाल बाकिर अब्दुल्ला, इथोपियन एम्बेसडर विद मी। अस्सलाम वालेकुम एक्सेलेंसी।
वालेकुम सलाम।
हाउ आर यू एक्सेलेंसी?
Very good. Thank you for having me.
So thank you so very much for you to give us your valuable time in our office today, and mashallah you're not looking tired despite this, that you are having back-to-back commitments, and I know that very well, but you're still looking very fresh, mashallah. So how is your visit going on? First of all, on a lighter note, I wanted to know this.
All right, thank you. I think I am just on the visit for 3 days visit to Karachi. As you know, the new caretaker government was established back in August, and previously we had a good relationship with chief ministers, cabinets, all of them. So we want to continue that relationship with Sindh government.
Right.
So
sounds great.
it is a part of that, visit, and I have met yesterday with the Minister for Youth, Culture, Heritage and Archive, Dr. Junaid.
Junaid,
yes. He's very kind, and we had a good discussion on matters of mutual interest that will strengthen. And also today I had honor to meet with His Excellency Brigadier Harris, and who was Home and Prison Minister for their caretaker.
Yes,
and we had a good discussion with on matters which is very important. As you know, Ethiopian Airlines is flying to this country.
Yes,
and
mashallah, it's a great achievement, I must say. Yeah.
That's very kind of you. So I think there is a good understanding. I hope also I'll see Chief Minister soon, and that is, this is the time, as you know, international global dynamisms, the world become a small village, and especially Karachi is very close to Africa also. Than other states, so we want to keep this relationship vibrant and very strong.
Very strong. That's great. That sounds amazing. Your whatever your activities have been done in these last 2 days, that sounds very amazing, pretty amazing. So I think if we talk in a very light manner and in a very casual, way. So if I would like to know that, how do you see that this vibe and this initiative, which is actually taken by the government of Pakistan about Look Africa, and this is something which is very, very you know, important these days, and everybody is talking about it. Especially this initiative of government of Pakistan has been considering very keen and very important initiative in the African continent, and as far as Ethiopia is a very important country in African region. So how do you see this?
Look, Rida, what is important is I think this 21st century is called era of Africa. Is a continent on the rise. Everybody is, you know, moving to Africa now. We say to Pakistan, don't mislocate yourself. You know, everybody is going to Africa, and so this is also the policy which is very important to bring Africa closer with Pakistan. So this policy initiative, it has got business and trade and tourism investment, which is very important in strengthening the footprint of Pakistan in Africa. So Ethiopia, as you know, it is a headquarter for African Union, a country which is considered as motherland for independence of Africa. And we've never been colonized for that matter.
Yes.
And we are also considered the founding member of League of Nations, United Nations,
yes,
Economic Commission for Africa. So we believe in this, and we are a founding member of African Union, and African Union is based on the legacy of Africa's contribution to you know, other brotherly countries of Africa. So we are playing now very critical role to bring Pakistan very closer to Africa. So Look Africa initiative is, and also later on it is Engage Africa policy. Now we are in the phase of, you know, into the Inter-Africa Act in Africa stage. So now we are planning in a way that which will enable the Pakistan government and the business community either. So to implement this Look Africa, Engage Africa policy, the instrument is lacking previously. Infrastructural connectivity is all these things. When I come to this country 1 year ago, I look into these policies and I said something is missing, which is connecting factor, linkage. So through that, I brought Ethiopian Airlines to fulfill this objective, which is Look Africa initiative. Now, Ethiopian Airlines is flying to this beautiful city in Karachi. It has got a program, Explore Karachi through Ethiopian Airlines, which brings also inbound tourism to Karachi and Pakistan, and also connecting you know, Pakistan with Ethiopia. Anyone tourist who is going to Ethiopia, they will have one, you know, the hospital, you know, the hotel is given free for 24 hours. Anyone who want to go to Ethiopia,
God, really?
that's good news.
That's good news you are giving to our viewers.
Anyone
yes.
who want to go to Ethiopia, visa, no request, they go in 24 hours, they can stay in Ethiopia for 20 hours and then transit to Europe or America, anywhere. So that is one initiative we come up with. So Ethiopian Airlines now connecting Pakistan with Ethiopia, plus we have 68 destinations in Africa.
I see.
Now all Pakistanis who want to go to Africa, plus Europe also, America, Ethiopia has Ethiopian Airlines will fly to 160 global destinations. So
amazing.
It is one of the top biggest, you know, top 10 airlines in the world, and the best airline for this year, cargo, economy, business, and that. So you can see consecutively we win as also, you know, the best airlines in Africa. So bringing Ethiopian Airlines to this country means bringing Pakistan very closer to Africa, to Ethiopia, to the heart and gateway to Africa. And it is increasing now on that. As a matter of fact, business relationship between Pakistan is increasing, trade, tourism, investment.
Yeah, so that's all very appreciable and fantastic, which I actually hear from you. And I know you personally, what I have seen around in a few days since I've met you, and I have seen you are personally very much struggling for making this connection and a bridge between the Pakistan and Ethiopia, and between the Pakistan and the gateway of Africa. Of course, you're absolutely right, and I must appreciate it. Having said that, like when we talk about the trade and economic activity, as far as you have mentioned it earlier in your answer, so we just have a think of it that how much trade volume people ask that we are sharing with each other together. As far as we have seen this great initiative of Ethiopian Airline, which is a very good, you know, color in a feather, if I say it's not wrong. So if I talk about the trade volume, so how do you see that trade volume between Pakistan and Ethiopia, and plus how do you see it will be, you know, augment in the near future by especially taking those initiatives which you are working for?
Look, for any countries to have sustainable diplomatic engagement,
yes, it is.
The most important thing is business, people-to-people relation, investment.
Yeah.
So for us, you know, in this year, around March, from 10th to, you know, 5th to 10 March, there is business delegation in Ethiopia, which comprises big business tycoon from Pakistan, all over the cities, Karachi, Lahore, Faisalabad, Sialkot, Gujranwala, all of them I have visited around, and almost around 80 business delegation has visited Ethiopia. That's one plus thing for, you know, expanding. That trip is called Hijra trip, which is the first trip from Pakistan to Ethiopia. As you know, Ethiopia is the first, you know, Hijra in Islam starts to toward Ethiopia. We named this business Hijra trip, you know, because of the first of its kind that will be held. And I hope that, you know, those who have visited have got a good connection for business, especially in pharmaceutical, in textile, in surgical equipment, sports goods, and also, you know, others like rice. So this is a big market. Africa is 1.4 billion population market, which is so huge. And huge. So Ethiopia is a gateway to that, and we're trying to promote how Pakistan, Ethiopia can cooperate. Last time when they visit, what we do is we had a plan to establish, you know, investment, which is industrial zone of Pakistan in my country. Ethiopia has got a comparative advantage. Number one, there is a cheap energy. Our energy is $0.03, which is around 9 ruby per kilowatt, which is the cheapest on the earth. The second, we have also cheap labor, which is a skilled labor, which is very, you know, easy to get. The third is, you know, one window service for anyone who want to invest in there. You know, the clearance, immigrations, you know, finance, which is banking systems, export, if import anything. So they can, you know, base themselves in Ethiopia, export to the rest of Africa. Anything produced in Ethiopia can be sold to all Africa. We have African intercontinental free trade agreement. Anything produced in Ethiopia can be sold in all the way to Cape Town on the north, or to Cairo.
Cairo, yeah.
So I think we're working very hard to bring Pakistan very closer to Africa, because your neighbor, everyone is in there. Your neighbor, all of them is there. You know, you need not also go in this time. Ethiopia can be a good partnership in this regard.
How do you see the initiatives are taken by the SIFC, as well as you have seen that recently Pakistan has made a special Invest Facilitate Council?
Yes.
How do you see that role?
I think this is very imperative, because Pakistan at this time in history is moving forward very well. So confidence restoring, you know, and which is special facilitation for investors who want to come to this country, who want to invest in these areas. And it is very important also to do, you know, business. Business is what matters. Investment, what matters a lot.
Yeah.
So in this regard, having a joint, you know, overall center where there's, you know, any challenge that I encountered, inbound, you know, investors who wanted to do business in these countries, you know, ease of doing business, connections, all of that, the concern these people have, especially in, you know, like very close. Gwadar is very close to Africa. Many people, you know, in that specialized in industrial zone, they want to invest also, because by ship, you know, from Gwadar to Djibouti port is always
Yes.
straight, very short,
Yes.
3-day maybe shipping. You can see.
Yes.
So Africa can be connected with Pakistan through CPAC, which is, Godar project and the rest. So easy to enter also Central Asia, all this way.
Yeah.
And so I think this facilitation is very important.
Very important.
That can change the, the situations on the ground, and also confidence restore for any investor to invest in Pakistan.
As you mentioned about the CPAC, CPAC is a game changer program in the whole region, as you know. So, do you have any idea about it if Pakistan invites Ethiopia somehow, sometime, so get connected in it? So, how do you see this off?
Look, Rida, the one issue is very clear. We are already on the, with Belt and Road initiatives.
Yeah.
Last I think last month, which is in October, it is third round of Belt and Road initiative has
Yes.
been held in Beijing. Our Prime Minister was there. You're also caretaker Prime Minister was there
yes.
also.
Yes.
And there is a good discussion on that. One of the issue our Prime Minister was addressing was global connectivity.
Yes.
So this connectivity, which is
very important.
very important.
Yes.
Nowadays, we need to create ease of movement of people,
Yeah.
goods and services across, so that you can unify all this matter, and it is easy to transport. Pakistan is geographically located in a very strategic place,
Yes.
which can connect China, again Central Asia, all the way with Middle East or Africa down that way. So it is a gateway. We are connected through these BRI initiatives, and we're working. So global initiative in this regard. CPAC is one of the case in point, in which is changing completely.
Indeed.
As you said, it's
Yes.
a game change in between the two countries. It's also a matter of like national interest for any country, for
Indeed.
prosperities, economic self-sufficiency, and the energy, agriculture, productivities, which increases actually, which we need, interconnectedness. We cannot live. So let us live in global system which is mutually interconnected and which is inclusive of everyone. So the world can enough, and let us work for that collective shared values of the globe.
Oh my God, that's amazing, and we have so many questions to discuss today, but as we are running short of time, I know that you're also having so many commitments. So just the last question which I wanted to know, and after it we will definitely winding up. And again, I'm very thankful to you for giving us your valuable time. And the last question, which is very important as well at the same time, because we are discussing to make our ties strong and to come closer with each other. So there is one perception, and people say about the continent of Africa, and even the last the session when I attended, when you were giving the address in NTU, and I remember that this type of a question was coming, the security of a people going there, especially. This is a very kind of a, we can say perception, or a question which come along with every personnel who wants to go in that continent. So how you make sure about the security of the people now, those who are going or wish to go, and coming this question in their mind? Yeah.
I think this is very basic question, to be frank.
Yeah.
Because of the narration which was created.
Yeah.
We're very sad in this 21st century. Actually, how this, narration was developed, they just look into, I know from satellite, which was, capturing, which is dark continent, civil war, violence, criminals. They portray this way actually, which is absolutely the opposite. If you see my country, it is a third diplomatic center in the globe. New York, Brussels, and Ethiopia. Ethiopia is the host for Africa Union. As I said, it is an Economic Commission for Africa, also United Nations, and many organizations. So Ethiopia is considered to be anchor piece in Africa, and we are hosting many, internationals every year. I think this February at the beginning also we have 54 countries head of government and president every year attend regularly, Africa Union meeting.
Yeah.
So Ethiopia and the others also, which is now in the rise, and security of the people is what matters a lot. Anytime in the middle of night, Ethiopia,
Yes.
they can work in Ethiopia. I think those business delegation who have visited Ethiopia, they have witnessed, and there is minimal, if you look into, the index, minimal criminal rate in the world. Ethiopia is one of those countries, in very minimal. And in terms of security for their properties, for their private, any ownerships, Ethiopia allows soil property ownerships, and everyone who want to invest and do business in that, there is a legal entity which is strong in that aspect. We are also a member of MEGA, which is Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. So anything done in Ethiopia, government will take responsibilities, and every security-wise, throughout the investment repatriation also, it is very easy. So above all, nowadays, that perception has completely changed. It is a matter of history. Now, it became history. Everybody is running now to Africa. Competition, as we discussed last time in the, competition among the great powers in Africa. So Africa is on the rise, and this era is an African era. I think it is very imperative for all of us to work how Pakistan can connect with Africa, and we're ready as an embassy, as a government, to assist our brotherly countries to do all our level best to bring the two nations and the continent with Pakistan very close.
Beautiful message by the end of your talk. Thank you so very much, Excellency, for giving us your valuable time, and I hope you will have a good time in Karachi in your next few meetings. Of course, wish you very good luck. So thank you so very much for your valuable time. नाज़रीन, यहाँ पे एक ब्रेक लेते हैं. ब्रेक के बाद वापस आएंगे. आपने कहीं नहीं जाना. Stay tuned.